Hey, it's Brian here from quantlabs.net. Just want to let everybody know, thank you very much for your continued support. As I've just opened up my quantlabs.net Academy a week ago, there's quite a few number of users now on the forum, viewing the forum at least, and it seems to be doing pretty decently, where I can get up to 30-35 people on the forum at once, which is great. So I'm using that now as a leverage to as another way to communicate to the world about what I'm doing, as well as still using the blog and obviously the YouTube channel. So where are we at? Now that I have put everything behind me with the Academy, I mean, that was a fun process in the last month. It seems people seem to be using it, which is really good. I got a few people already buying access and whatnot to the different courses. I'll be adding a few new mind-blowing courses, hopefully with some well-known quants, real-world quants that you know of, and I'm really excited to bring them aboard and help promote their wares to you guys. Also, now that, as I said, we got the Academy out of the way, now I've been telling people all I'm doing is focusing on one thing: strategies, 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 and strategies. Sound like Steve Ballmer with developers. But in essence, it's the most important and what I'll consider the catalyst moment for this operation at quantlabs.net, meaning I am only going to be focusing on strategies. I am now thinking in my little brain here how to proceed with it. I've got about 200 different models and algorithms out there that need to be analyzed. I'm not a strong math guy. I mean, I've got all the metrics that come out of these strategies and all the predictable signals and all that sort of stuff. So my idea is to plug them into something like a TradeLink. The thing I like about open source trading platforms, especially like a TradeLink, yes, it's .NET. I prefer .NET over Java. I can go on about that. Just with Java, it's just real fun to set up, and I just don't have the patience for it as compared to like a Visual Studio. Also, getting up and running with TradeLink is quite easy. I've gone on about that as well. So what I'm planning to do is to basically, I learned this from a MATLAB webinar, take your data set. It's going to be the same data throughout the whole level of testing on all these strategies. As I said, I got about 200. They're not, I mean, they're strategies, models, and algorithms, so it's a whole combination of them. And I got quite a lot more to play with, all in MATLAB. Some are in R, and just basically trying to generate signals, generate the metrics, and apply them to a set of data. So essentially, you collect, let's say, and as I said, I learned this in a MATLAB webinar, you collect the 80% that you're going to analyze, and then you're going to forecast the balance of 20% and use those forecasts against the real world 20% that you have from that entire data set. As I said, obviously you need to apply this to all data. So it's going to be the same data through all the testing. Now, in terms of the data frequency, I'll be using 1 minute tick, 5 minute, 15 minute, and 1 hour data. All the different types of frequencies, as well as the two asset types that I'm going to be looking at, which are fairly fast moving: equity and Forex, or foreign exchange, whatever you want to call it. So that's what I'm looking at, and I think this is a very important step, because this will identify all the different strategies that show potential of profit. Those that show potential of profit we use. Everything else we kind of like put on the back burner or put at a lower priority. From there, with those profitable strategies, what you're going to do is you're going to start to tweak them, maybe try to make them more optimal for trading potential, or profit potential, or maybe go into a phase of actually building them from scratch. I have quite a number of people that are stepping up to the plate where they want to help out, which is great, because all this data I'm going to possibly put on my membership, as well as just to show all the results for this. This is, as I said, a very important phase of this operation. So from there, we know what to work with, which frequencies to work with, and which assets to work with. So this is the time now, the moment, it's showtime basically. That's what I'm saying. So I put up a little blurb posting on the forum about this, looking for volunteers to help out. So this is what I'm looking for. I'm not a strong math guy. I know there's a lot of math PhDs out there that are looking for opportunities and stuff that have a really strong math background. So what I'm going to be doing is, with these strategies and algorithms, I do have the ability to basically print out or put it in a little text file the metrics or the signals or whatever data I want. I can put into a file, and then from there also I'll have access to the flat files as well. So the point is to be able to generate that data and put it out there for people that want to be involved in this project. Not only that, but I'm looking at, as you know, I've used TradeLink a lot, the open source .NET platform, which I really like. I mean, it's not the best platform, obviously, but for an open source trading platform, it's quite powerful and just has a lot going for it. And what I want to use is, I know there's some little components in there, or applications that you can use that are amazing at back testing. So I'm going to have those back tested and go up against real world simulated data, which will talk to a simulated environment like Interactive Brokers, TWS. Obviously it's not real data, we know that, but the whole idea is just to test the these strategies and just see what happens. That's all we're after, just to validate what has potential and what doesn't, and focus on those that do show profit. I think it's just a fast way to filter out all the bad ones. Just don't want to end up in a situation where I know some people that have spent, I'll give you two examples. One has spent 3 months on a trading strategy done in MATLAB with the hope of obviously adding it to their arsenal for trading potential for their fund. This is a real multi-million-dollar fund we're talking. So 3 months of development was put into this, looks great, testing, blah, 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 blah. They take out the data, change the data source, and then they put in a new data source, and guess what? That trading strategy proved to be not profitable and unrealistic. So out goes that 3 months of development. So I don't want to run into a situation where I'm developing something from scratch, wasting a lot of time, spinning my wheels on something that shows no potential. So my philosophy is, why recreate the wheel when there's tons of algorithms and models that you can test with, or you can use the ones already existing in R, MATLAB, and go from there to take it to the next level, and use those current strategies out there and just see what happens. I mean, it's a lot faster to do that than just think of something and then apply it to the real world, which at the end of it may not mean anything, which would be a time waster, as opposed to just like throwing a lot of stuff at a wall and seeing what sticks. It's essentially what we're doing. So we're going to, or at least I'm going to be approaching it with this ray gun mentality. Secondly, in terms of trading platforms, I've gone on about this before with the .NET and the Java and all that. As I said, this is an important step where I'm looking for a backtesting engine that can be used for taking some data generated from something like a MATLAB and then plugging it into something like a TradeLink. It's very powerful and it's very popular. It's got a great community. So I'm planning to use that as opposed to anything else. So as you can hear, I'm now done with this technology business of what goes with what's better than that. I personally don't care. I'm trying to be agnostic about it, but I do have my preferences. You should know those if you do follow me. There's a lot more people than I anticipated, and I appreciate you for the support. There's a lot of people that are supporting the membership and just again allowing me to continue doing this, so I can fund myself, so I can keep the lights on, well, when they're on, you know. But I do have a fan going on. Does that mean anything? Where is it? Where's the fan? It's somewhere there. Oh, anyways. It's hot in here, man. Maybe I can get enough members to get AC. Who knows? But all is good. So that's the intention, and hopefully anybody that wants to help out, step up to the plate, let me know, get on the forum. And again, get on the forum, create postings. That's what it's for, to get people to participate in the community on a free level. I realize that it's a pain to register But I do that because I'm constantly fighting spam bots, and believe me, I hate spam bots. I had one 3-4 days ago. It just was so aggressive. I ended up killing my R blog section. It just decimated. So sadly, a few days ago, if you haven't seen the video, it's a joke. A funeral for the R blog, and I'm not saying bad things about R. I think R is really powerful and it's very useful. But I've been more focusing on MATLAB, as you already know. So that's about it. So again, if you want to volunteer, let me know. I can only take so many. I don't want to be managing people with this. Just want to have a very small number of people that can help out, and that'd be awesome. And I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.